Check, 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 check.
Capital R, Ruggiero 1.
Well, what can I say? This is good. It's great to play, you know. It's great to be here. Thank you, Tony Scarboni, for making it happen. And thank you all for coming out, hanging out on the grass. I was trying to think about it, and I was like, man, you know, I shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? I was like, I should have thought of this like months ago. Instead, you know, I mean, the Slackers, we did a couple of things out in the woods. I think we played one show out in the woods of Vermont. That was pretty bizarre. All right, is this good?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, let me know what you want. Kick drum, you can hear it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, lay it down, Jimmy. Don't put that candle in your eye. Life was meant for living, but I fear that you might die if you don't get another drink. Go fix it in your sink, 'cause I fear your bottle has run dry. Yes, I fear, Lord, I fear your bottle has run dry. Oh yeah, lay down, Jimmy. Don't get up no more. Your trousers, they get dirty when you sit down on the floor. Man, you must get another drink. Go fix it in your sink, 'cause I fear your bottle has run dry. Yes, I fear, Lord, I fear your bottle has run dry. Oh yeah, Jimmy's in the shower, and he's been there for an hour, and we don't know why he's there, and we don't know if he's dead, but you must get another drink. Go fix it in your sink, 'cause I I fear your bottle has run dry. Yes, I fear, Lord, I fear your bottle has run dry. 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 Well, good. I feel like if I don't start with that song, I always feel like things don't start on the right foot. So that's just, that's just my safety zone. But yeah, make sure everything's working. So what do you want to hear? I'll play whatever. If I can play it and you want to hear it, I'll play it. Vic's Lament?
Yeah.
Good. To the man in the corner over there. Good. That's my kind of seat over there. So I did this thing recently where you guys know Sammy K. I think you know Sammy. Everybody knows Sammy. Who doesn't know Sammy? So Sammy came up with this. Only he could do it. If I did it myself, I'd just be embarrassed. I'm too shy. But he was like, Vic, you gotta write out the lyrics for people. People are gonna order the lyrics from you. And I was like, well, okay. I was like, what songs do you want? And one of them was this song. And I realized how much, I don't know, it's one of those tunes. I was like, I can't give you all that love, but I'll give it with all I have. I can't shoot you with my gun, but I can hit you with a baseball bat. I can't buy you red wine, but you can share my 40 with me. I won't buy you a big old dinner. I'll make you some fettuccine, gluten-free. Do you understand my pain? I don't want to cause no trouble. Do you understand my brain? It takes a pain, it makes it double. I can't see now to do much of anything right. I can't take you out on a Saturday night, right? I can't promise you I'm gonna win if it comes to a fight. But baby, all that I can do is say that I love you if that'll make me feel alright. Do you understand my pain? I don't want to cause no trouble. Do you understand my brain? It takes a pain and makes it double. I can't see how to do much anything right. I can't take you out on a Saturday night. Honey, I can't promise you that I'm gonna win if it comes to a fight. But baby, all that I can do is say that I love you if that'll make you feel alright. If it makes you feel alright. If it make you feel alright. If it make you feel alright. Yeah, it was that line that I can't give you all that love, but I'll give you with all I have. I was like, how do you spell that? How do I spell? I'll give you with all I have. I'll give it to you with all. You know, it was one of those moments. I was like, yeah, it's it's a puzzle. Somebody wrote to me today. They said, oh, we went to Orchard Beach today, and they tried to spell orchard the way that we say it, and they were like O-R-C-H-I-D. They're like, orchard. I spelled it like the Bronx. I was like, no, the Bronx is like A-W-C-H-I, orchard, Orchard Beach. We're competing for ways to spell our mispronunciations. How would you even say it? Orchard. Like, hey, Ma, I'm going to go to Orchard Beach. Hey, Cousin Frank, I drove by Orchard Beach the other day. It doesn't make any sense. How would you guys say orchard out here? orchard. I was hanging out with some Canadians one time, you know, and they were like, they had this crazy way of saying A, right? They were like, no, I don't mean A, like, how's it going, A? But they had the way, there was a town called Brandon. And it was like, oh, we're going to drive to Brandon. They were like, Brandon. Brandon, you mean Brandon? And I was like, Brandon? Brandon. You know? And it's like, it's far out. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, it takes, that's why. Variety is the spice of life. All right, cool. What shall I do here?
But garlic is the sun.
Garlic is the sun? What?
Parking lot.
Parking lot. Okay, parking lot's good. I'll do that first. I got to warm into garlic is the sun. That's like, even though when Lauren found me first, Garlic Was the Sun was the first thing I played when I woke up. But that was like, I don't know what happened. That was a magic moment. All right, this one is called Parking Lot. I'm at peace in your parking lot. Well, things fall to pieces and I'm happy about it. Happy about it. Happy about it. Hear the people screaming in their respective houses. Respective houses. Respective mouses. I don't need to die and no feel the green. No, no, I don't really care a lot. I don't know exactly what you see, but I'm at peace in your parking lot. I don't waste my summertime waiting for sunshine. I like the nighttime. I see my own light there inside the blue and rising summer moonlight. Or blink of blue light in your room, right? I don't need to die for no castle wall or tears you cry for Camelot. I would be surprised if I cared at all, 'cause I'm at peace in your parking lot. Set your Moses on mountains high, ravens crying nevermore. Pointing my feet at some grand ravine, but I see more in your dresser drawer. Just to have you hate me. You're so irate, man. You're so exterior. If you should discover them, please remember that I'm a member of nothing in particular. I didn't show for no royal grace or wars on economic thought. No, I didn't show just to run your race, man. I'm at peace in your parking lot. 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 So father loses everything he worked his life for. Chalk another up to experience. Thoughtlessly and breathless falls the grand appearance. Keep aware of who's moving near us. I don't need to die and no field of green. Oh, I don't really care a lot. Would it be so wrong just to say that all I want is peace in your parking lot? No, I'm at peace in your parking lot.
Some requests. I can.
Yeah, I was thinking, man. I don't have my phone here, but I should also do a little. At some point, do a little Yeah, maybe you could grab if it's charged enough. It was funny, like same thing with that writing out the lyrics, right? Like I don't look at my lyrics, I just sing them, right? And so when it happened to come up to that line that was keep aware of who's moving near us, you know, I was like, it occurred to me that it's like, you know, it's one thing to say, oh, who's moving next door, but it's also like, you know, keep aware of who's moving near us, moving. You know, and I thought, like, that's cool. I never thought of it that way. It's like, you know, like I don't need to, you know, father loses everything he worked his life for. Chalk another to experience, you know. Keep aware of who's moving near us. You know, it's like there's more to it, you know. So it's like sometimes I need to write them down to look at the word and be like, hey, that's actually like, you know, something to think about. That's something to think about. Sometimes it's like, who's moving in that bush? Who's moving? You know? You know, or it's like, is he moving? Wake him up. Is he moving? Is he moving? You know? It's different. Moving. Just the word moving itself. It's a strange, yeah, it's something to think about. Yeah. It's, you know, philosophy and comedy are really like, they're quite linked. You remember the stand-up philosophers? Remember from, what was that? History of the World? History of the World Part 1? It's really true. It's really true. All right, anyway, so let's see. Oh, thank you. Old days. Just a smile for me. Though you no longer love me, save a smile for me. Just a smile for me. You put so much above me. All these things that I think, though I'm seldom thinking of you. And I stare in my drink, and the world turns to soft golden hue. It's true. So do one thing for me, just one thing for me. I'll ask nothing else of you. Save a smile for me, just a smile for me. Someday you'll be lonely too. No, I know not the day when our love slipped away, never to return. But as day turns to night, yeah, I think that you're right, that I'll never ever learn. So do one thing for me, just one thing for me. nothing else of you. Just save a smile for me. Just one smile for me. Someday you'll be lonely too. Someday you'll be lonely too. I said someday, someday you'll be lonely. I know you'll be lonely. Someday you'll be lonely too.
Yeah.
Is that echo? The actual echo?
Yeah.
Lots of houses.
I just came up with the idea. Oh, thank you. Wow. Oh, yeah. I just, you know, I mean, I go from like, I'm still in caveman thought. I was like, videotaping. Get the VHS camera.
Do you want me to film it?
Yeah, well, no, I mean, it's a great idea. It's an even better idea. Yeah, it's a great idea. Yeah, I was like, get the Polaroid camera.
I got that in the
Yeah.
car.
Get a dogger type.
It's true though. We have been looking for places to develop Super 8 film. It used to be like Super 8. There used to be a place in New York that would do it for me. You used to be able to bring it to the drugstore still, you know, and do it there, especially by NYU because they had a film school there. And then they all went away, you know. And now we got to send it where, like to Memphis or something, right?
If anybody has any Super 8
Yeah.
hints and tips.
Even though we did see, didn't we see somewhere?
There's still some here you can.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to ask
They're
you.
hard to find, but they are here.
That's good. It's good to find places like that. Like sometimes, like I would expect somewhere like Utah might have. Some, you know, like these places, like wherever that movie happened, Napoleon Dynamite, like there. Wherever he's from, I'm like, bring your Super 8 film. That's where. It was just lucky. That's also like the most recent movie I've seen. It's like the last time I went to the movies was Napoleon Dynamite, and I thought it was an Elvis Costello movie. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's just traumatic. It's one of those things where I was like, my God, like really, I'm out of touch. And then I didn't laugh. I didn't laugh at all. I was just like, what the hell is going on with this movie? What is this shit? You know, it was only later on when people started making the jokes about it that I was like, oh yeah, that was a funny movie. You know? I'm kind of slow on the uptake.
How many years later was
Yeah, but a couple of years. Yeah. And then I was like, yeah, I remember that part in the movie. Yeah, that was good. You're right. But instead, I was like, really, it was like I was feeling like strange when I watched it. I was like, oh man, it's like this poor guy. You know, it was relatable. Anyway, what was Eye of the Beholder? All right. It's a very positive. So I was stuck in traffic in Manhattan. I like to set the song up this way. I was stuck in traffic, and it was about midnight, Manhattan. And I said, what the hell's going on? They must be doing construction on the tunnel or something. So I was in the West Village. But it was like, I was like, why is it backed up all the way here? And in a rare moment of insanity, I asked the cop as he walked by. And I said, what's going on? What's with all the traffic? And he said, oh, they just made gay marriage legal. And I said, they just made gay marriage legal? In New York? Well, he don't want to marry a woman, so let him marry a man. She don't want to marry a man, let her marry a woman. Who am I to say who should be with which and am? No one should laugh at love, cause then they don't know nothing. See, beauty, beauty, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Maybe you don't know it now, but you will when you get older. Maybe you don't know it then, and if you don't, well, it's a sin. 'Cause you will laugh at happiness, and it will laugh at you, I guess. Did you know that seagull is really afraid of the water? Did you know that hanging judge, he don't hang who he oughta? Did you know that you're allergic to the flowers that I bought you? Same goes for the reasoning of the thing that I just taught you. See, beauty, beauty, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Maybe you don't know it now, but you will when you get older. Maybe you don't know it then, and if you don't, it's a sin. But you will laugh at happiness, and it will laugh at you, I guess. If you don't understand the reasoning of my argument, maybe you can't dig this then. It's just a little zen, I guess. Someone told me never ever to be very obvious, like everything you're supposed to do, and it may not be right for you. So beauty, beauty, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Maybe you don't know it now, but you will when you get older. Maybe you won't know it then, and if you don't, it's a sin. 'Cause you will laugh at happiness, and it will laugh at you, I guess. You will laugh at happiness, and it will laugh at you, I guess.
Woo!
All right, I need to practice my calypso.
How do you feel about Sunday Malady or Soldier?
Sunday Malady? Yeah, sure, that's a good one. Or Soldier, either one.
War criminal?
War Criminal? Yeah, okay, we'll do a little. How about I play like Soldier? That's a good idea. Soldier.
Because we were talking about
War
yesterday.
Criminal.
Kids Bob.
Yeah.
I Still Love You. We played I Still Love You together. That was the punt. That was like the most random, unexpected version of I Still Love You that I ever sang. I was like, well, I don't know what to expect. I really couldn't have expected this.
Welcome.
Yeah, it was really good. I dive into the unexpected, like we were talking about that cave.
What you can, man.
I look into the abyss
2
sometimes.
owls, pellets.
Owl pellet.
That's right.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The lizards?
It's like, well, you know,
I know.
Yes.
I'm into,
Marion.
You had a good cup of coffee this morning, is all I gotta say.
I'm into owl pellets.
Already at
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sure. Yeah. Owl pellets. Sure. Okay. So Soldier is, let's see. I don't play Soldier on guitar much, so this should be fun.
and then like bar and like yeah, totally.
I don't think I have a harmonica to take a solo. They say the clothes make it the man. Soldier, why you wear your pants so tight, your boots so long, shiny badge to make you strong. Soldier, get ready to jacket black as night, your boots so big and tall. Mister, get ready for a fall. Officer, put me all at ease. Holsters where you keep your peace. Hold it in your lawful hand, and you tell me you're the man. So you get ready for a fight, in your jacket black as night, in your boots so big and tall. Mister, get ready for a fall. Cold December night, doing me wrong, it feels so right. Under a cold electric light, please let me hit another bite. Just one kick and say goodnight. Your legs so strong, your boot so long, singing your football victory song. Make it the man. Soldier, why do you wear your pants so tight, your boots so long, that shiny badge to make you strong? Soldier, get ready for a fight, in your jacket black as night, in your jacket black as night, in your jacket black as night. Yeah, that was when, back in the 90s, was the first time that they started dressing cops like soldiers in New York. Like, I had been, I had been to France, and I had seen the cops walking around with big machine guns, dressed like soldiers and stuff. And we always looked at that in a way like, I always looked at that in a way of saying like, well, that's those other places where they treat the cops have a different attitude. They look at the world like, this regimented kind of thing. I always looked at the U.S. as being a lot cooler when it came to that. It was like, hey, cops, they kind of like, yeah, they hang around on the corner. They're like not making a problem, My dad would always say, you put a cop somewhere just so that he could be seen, and that kind of like keeps things cool. That way it's like, yeah, Like we used to break into this swimming pool in Manhattan, right? You can ask Jeff about this. He'll tell you. We used to break into this pool on Avenue D in Manhattan, and it was one of those things that every time that they would fix the fence, somebody else would cut a hole in it again. And there was no way to keep the people out. There was no swimming pools in Lower Manhattan that you could actually jump in, And there was one right there. What, you gonna tell the kids in the projects they can't swim in the pool? And so eventually what they did was they just put a cop there. Actually, I think the cop would volunteer. And they would just put a cop there to make sure nobody drowned. Make sure nobody got shot, or make sure nothing really bad happened. Because they were like, well, just deal with the problem. If we keep patching the fence up and the fence keeps getting broken, eventually somebody's going to get in there and they're going to drown. So at least put somebody there. And there was people in the community that would volunteer to lifeguard and stuff like that too. It was like, yeah, solve the problem. There it is. It's simple. Now if you stuck a guy in there with a machine gun, that's a different story. That's a different attitude you bring. And that's not cool. I don't think that's cool. It's like, right? Or we put a bunch of guys in riot gear in front of the fence because the guy's going to show up and cut a hole in the fence. Come on, give me a break. There's a pool there, Why cause a riot? Why cause a riot? And I remember that too. I remember in the Lower East Side, the same thing. If you wanted to start a riot, all you had to do is get the riot van to show up, and everybody would be like, yo, there's a riot down on Senior 10th. Hurry up, get over there, bring a brick, you know? And it was like, yeah, it was like, you know, you show up ready to fight. So it's just like, come on, guys, you know, don't be soldiers, you know, be cool. Be cool. We're not saying that it's not important, that once in a while we need, you know, somebody, I mean, I don't know when it's important to call the cops. My rule was always, right, rule number 1, don't call the cops, right? They tried to lock me up. They tried to arrest me when I went in to complain that I lost my library card once. I learned my lesson quick. Don't go to the cops. They're not going to help you. They're going to lock you up. I'm like, I lost my library card on 13th Street. They're like, oh, that's not our precinct. I was like, okay, I mean, maybe it was 14th Street. What, are you lying to us? You know you're on the road. You can't lie to a cop. Get over here now. Hands against the wall. I'm like, I came to report my library card got stolen. They won't give me another one unless I got a police report. Otherwise, I got to pay the $5 for the new one. Hey, man, that was a big deal back then. When you're like 15 years old, you know? That's a big deal. All right. So here we go. That's enough of me spieling. It happens, right? You tell me when you're good to do something too.
Can you tell me when?
Oh,
There's also a 23rd and the 2nd.
Well, I got international war criminal over here. I think Mike asked, right? These songs, I wish these songs got old, but they don't. When I was young, all them teachers taught me in old books that their Cold War bought me. Said like dominoes, this whole wide world could fall to pieces like we wish that old Middle East would. An international war criminal information is minimal. Weapons of destruction, they are gasoline and petroleum. Are you sticking around to see what happens? And are you sticking around to see what happens? I heard they found one in a hole, man. White lice crawling on his brown skin. Man, ain't it shameful just being human? No, it's all that's original sin. The white lice always creeping in. International war criminals situation. Man, it's typical. Weapons of destruction on gasoline and petroleum. Are you sticking around to see what happens? Man, are you sticking around to see what happens? International rules of war, they get spoken when it suits someone to have them broken. Funny how they'll go on, define terror as killing and exploding things. Force your own agenda, but international war criminals information, man, is minimal. Weapons of destruction, they are gasoline and petroleum. Are you sticking around to see what happens? Man, are you sticking around to see what happens? Man, will they stick around to see what happens? Those international war criminals, international war criminals situation, man, it's critical. Information is minimal. International war criminal. Don't wanna? All right. We'll do Don't Wanna, and then maybe we'll sing a couple together. inside my head. I don't wanna go outside today. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't wanna do your work for you. I don't wanna. I got more important things to do. I don't wanna. And I ain't even doing it for my health. When you take all the credit for yourself, I don't wanna do your work for you. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't wanna hear your lip no more. I don't wanna. One more word, I'll be out the door. I don't wanna. I don't wanna hear your lip. You know what I'm talking about. I don't wanna hear your lip no more. One more word, I'm gonna move to Ireland. I don't wanna hear your tweets no more. I don't wanna hear your press conference no more. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Don't wanna. I don't wanna. No, I don't wanna, baby. I don't wanna. 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 So how about, do we know? Is Fidel Castro alive or dead? Is he? Did he die yet, or is he still alive and is his brother running the country? Oh wait, am I talking about a third world country, or am I talking about something that sounds really familiar right now? Are we getting any information? I don't know. I don't know. Are we gonna get another inflammatory tweet? I don't know. I don't want to hear it, baby. I don't wanna. 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 I signed up for this thing. I don't know if it's worth it. You know, when you sign up for things on Instagram or something, you never know if you're going to get it. You know, it's like I want the underarm backpack. I want the underarm backpack that looks like a holster. That's going to get me shot when I get pulled over. I want it. I'm going to order it for $15.99 or however much. You know, everything's the same price. You know, on those things. Will it ever come in the mail? I don't know. Probably not, you know. So, you know, then I have to go through some you know, bureaucratic process where it's like, no, sorry, because you ordered it through Instagram, you know, it won't, you know, it's not our responsibility. It's not Instagram's responsibility. It's not the responsibility of the shipper or the manufacturer or the middleman. It's, you know, so it's one of these things. And I'm like, okay, that's great. I'm like, but how about if I donate? I'll donate, you know, a penny every time Trump tweets, you know, against this campaign. I'll donate the 5 cents, whatever it is. Does it go there? I don't know, but I like the idea. I like the idea of like donate every time Trump tweets, because the other night he tweeted like 500 times in a steroid haze. Did anybody catch that? It was exciting. He was on the Dexahedron or whatever it was, and it was one of those things where it was like, oh my God, did you notice? He's tweeting every 5 seconds. Yeah, an average of every 3 minutes over the course of like 3 or 4 hours. It's like, okay, he's high. Like that's what's happening. Because I remember when my dad was on that. Do you remember those diet pills that were really cool for a while called Fen-Phen? My dad had been telling me don't take drugs my whole life. And then suddenly I go over the house and he's on a speed freak rant, scratching his palms, you know, eating donuts, like just like not even like finishing it, just taking bites out of donuts and like leaving them all over the house. You know, it was just really. I was like, you're high right now. I'm like, I hate to tell you this, but you're having a speed moment. You know, he was like, no, not, no, just you have to lose weight, but you can eat whatever you want. But the thing is that, you know, the weight still comes off. It still comes off because, you know, you're using a lot of energy. You know, a lot of energy. You know, and this is essentially what was going on the other night. It was like, oh, I've got all the steroids, and I'm angry, you know, and he's the president. You know, and he's got the fucking. He can touch the. He's got the codes to the button. You know, it's, you know. It could all happen. Be like, what happened? I don't know. He started taking these diet pills. Anyway, it's true. It's funny, but scary too. I mean, it's good. This is the world we're living in right now. It's exciting. We went into the cave. Huh?
We do policeman.
Policeman could happen. Remind me in a moment, because I think we're gonna sing a song together, right? Oh, thank you. Lauren is way on top of the social media stuff. You know, me, I'm kind of a caveman when it comes. I guess my battery's dying.
Yeah, but I don't understand how, because when I started it was at 91%.
I'm telling you, my battery is history, you know. All right, so everybody, this is Lauren Napier over here. Lauren is. We started bouncing around, playing gigs together here and there. And, yeah, bouncing, you know, bouncing around, trains, planes, automobiles, and horses even. And then we used to just sing 2 sets, you know, we used to sing a set, and then at some point, we were like, hey, why don't we learn a tune or 2 together? You know, that would be cool, because everybody was like, so what's your duets? And we're like, I don't know, we don't have any duets. So we started learning duets. This one is a song. The guy who wrote this song was I think he was a jug band guy. I don't know his name, but I think he was like a jug band dude.
Oh, hey. Got it, check.
I think this song comes from the time when they had these homeless encampments that were called Hoovervilles. You remember the Hooverville? Yeah. They blamed it on the president. I don't know. It was a bad time. It was a time they called the Gilded Age. You remember that?
Vaguely.
It's this weird, kind of inexplicable time when a very small percentage of the population owned everything. They had all the wealth, and everybody else was at the bottom, just scrounging around, you know?
Sounds a little familiar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Once I lived the life of a millionaire. Spent all my money, didn't have any cash. Took my friends out for a mighty good time. Bootleg liquor, champagne and wine. Then I began to fall so low. Lost all my money, had nowhere to go. I get my hands on $1 again. I hold on till that old eagle grin, 'cause nobody knows ya when you're down and out. In your pocket ain't got 1 penny, and as for friends, you don't have any. When you're back upon your feet again, everybody is your long lost friend. I can tell you without any doubt, nobody knows you when you're down and out.
unless you ain't Vic Ruggiero. I said, well, I guess I am. I have to admit, at least to that much, my friend. They said, you better pay the money to the government.
Oh, how much?
I said, but you don't understand. My money's already spent on all sorts of things. Food and rent. They said, I said, hey, where's that stimulus check? They said,
not for you.
They said, nobody knows you. When you're down and out.
In your pocket, you got 1 penny. And as for friends, you don't have any. When you're back upon your feet again, everybody's your long lost friend. I can tell you without any doubt,
Nobody knows you.
nobody knows ya. Nobody knows you when you're down and out.
I know. Where's my PUA, man?
Not for you.
Not for me. Well, one of the slackers got it. One slack. No, 2 slackers. But then one of us lives in California, so California was nice to him. Only one dude of the New York bunch got you know, any of the assistance. I mean, I got the one-time check, you know, but you know.
One time, $1,200.
One time that paid
Problem solver.
Exactly. Although I heard you read that they were doing a rent freeze somewhere
In Manhattan for 2 months is what I was reading.
That's good. That'll say. I mean, storefronts in Manhattan, it costs like $20,000 a month. So I mean, think about that. That's big rent freeze, you know.
It is.
Those landlords are going to be really sad. They're like, what? We don't get paid the $20,000 for not doing anything this month?
And next month.
Oh man, 2 months? I just lost $40,000 not doing anything. That's a lot of not doing anything work. That's a lot of not doing anything work. Jeez, Louise, you guys, I'm gonna go complain. Yeah. If we don't know the words, you know, we kind of know the words. We know the words, my God. You go first.
I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me.
I walk for miles along that highway, but that's just my way, saying I love you. I'll go out walking after midnight, searching for you. Stop to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the sky turns gloomy, the night whispers to me, lonesome as I can be. That's why I'm walking after midnight,
out in the moonlight, just hoping you may be
somewhere walking after midnight,
searching for me. hold me. And as the sky turns gloomy, the night wind whispers to me, lonesome as I can be.
That's why I'm walking after midnight.
I'm in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking
after midnight, searching for you.
I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you.
He's walking after midnight, searching for you. We played that to a bunch of cowboys once.
At a
Right?
cowboy poetry convention, even.
Yeah, it was crazy. What's crazy is like they had a we were at this cowboy poetry thing, right? And they had a sign up for open mic, and the sign up for the open mic is like 6 a.m.
That's a ridiculous hour.
because they're all cowboys. Because they're all cowboys. They're like, well, I've been up for about 4 hours already. You know, at 6 a.m. And it's like, when's the open mic? Well, that happens a little before lunch. You know? And it was like, holy shit.
Is
how
there
the
a
hell?
second slot for the open mic that happens after sundown?
Yeah, it was serious. So we basically stayed up all night so that we were like ready to go and signed up, and then
And took a nap.
and then yeah, we did the Patsy Cline tune, and then they called us back for another gig. They were like, guys, you're like nothing we've ever seen. They're like, we've never seen city slickers like you guys hanging out. It's true. It really, everybody was from like Montana, Wyoming, Idaho.
And Nevada, that northern Nevada piece where the ranches are.
It was cool though. I got to say, we learned a lot of stuff. Actually, we found out because they were definitely a cool bunch. They were trying to be righteous. And that particular year was dedicated to the black cowboy. Yeah, we should try it. I don't know. Do I know the words? I don't know if I know the words. Do you know my words in there?
I wrote your words in there too, just in case.
Oh, that's great. You might have to hold it up for me. I think I know it.
How far away do I need to hold it?
You know, my eyes these days. You have to hold it about that far away. So, yeah, as it turns out, black cowboys made up like, what was it, like a third of the cowboys out there, right? It was a lot. And actually, a lot of the things that cowboys say, you know, like they come not just from black cowboys, but they're Native American.
But even the phrase
Mexican? Cowboy, go
came
figure.
from a period of saying boy to someone that you thought was, lesser.
Yeah, that's why they're not called cowmen.
Cowboy.
So there you go. Isn't that interesting? And it's totally written out of history. As it turns out, even guys like the Lone Ranger were based on black guys. And this is historical shit. We didn't know this. This has been written out of the history. And what was nice is that guys from, people that really, you wouldn't expect them to be righteous. Even from their Facebook pages, you wouldn't expect them to be righteous. But they were like up there saying, yep, that's right. It's the truth. And like, it's in history. It's right here,
Partner.
Yeah. So we're good.
Oh, possibly, yes. We can do Frida after this moment. Yeah.
After they bring this on.
Bear with us, we haven't played for humans in a little while. You're usually in my phone screen, so it's nice to see real people.
Live for anybody?
No, I think just for my cat. So, hey guys.
That's cool.
Meow. There's a peace in desolation and a rising there's something you don't know about cowboys.
I'll tell you something you don't know about cowboys. At the midnight rodeo, the sunset's hanging on. A man named Murder's Diamond bucks behind the bull's white horns. They said no man could ride that bull, and the white folks all went home. There's something you don't know about cowboys.
You told me something I didn't know about cowboys. The marshal stands to tame the lawless West.
He was born a slave, but now he wears a badge upon his chest.
You heard tell of that Lone Ranger, but did they tell you all the rest?
And there's something you don't know about cowboys.
Now tell me something you don't know about cowboys.
I'll tell you something you don't know.
There's something about cowboys.
Yeah, the guy that the Lone Ranger is based on, basically, is this guy Bass Reeves, and he was born a slave. He ends up being a marshal out in the West, and that's the guy, basically. Yeah, they were like, we can't find anybody else that comes as close to the Lone Ranger as this guy, and here he is. And you're like, wow, why didn't they tell us? Thanks for telling us, guys, you know? And we even found out something, well, I don't know. This is not about cowboys, but what did we find out the other day about Vikings?
Vikings
the
were
fuck?
black. It was actually played into, you know, all the propaganda of white supremacy and the lovely German moment.
Yeah.
I know.
It's bizarre, though. I mean,
I
it's
was
one
like,
of those
where
things.
is she? Where is she?
As it turns out, the Vikings. I mean, give me a break. And and we looked it up online. I mean, not that everything online is true, but as it turns out, it was one of those things that, you know, people say it is propaganda, and it turns out that, you know, they keep repeating it. It turns into what you think is truth. I don't know. So I said, well, you know, the Vikings landed in Ireland, right? That's how the Irish trace their roots back to Vikings all the time. They got Viking ships in Dublin and everything, you know? I'm like, so the Irish are black. That's what they've always been saying. I don't know. We're going to look into this. We're looking into this.
Stay tuned.
Some say.
Stay tuned, indeed. The Italians really had a hard time with this concept. They're still not really accepting the fact that there's nothing actually, in quotes, that is Italian. It's just a bunch of different tribes from the Middle East and Near East that all bonded together. Anyway, a lot to talk about.
I was listening.
Lots.
So this is a song that I wrote after reading a few lines of Frida Kahlo's diary, where she said that she was trying to drown her sorrows, and a woman after my own heart, she was trying to do so with whiskey. Tried to drown my sorrows, but they've learned how to swim from water to whiskey. The truth does burn my skin. Carry on along the river. Carry on down to the shore. I burn page after page, but they only make me choke. A memory, a line, it all goes up in smoke. Carry on into the heavens. Carry on along the breeze. Buried all the ashes, and I've scattered all the signs. Under the damp, wet earth, a seed will surely rise. Carry on towards the clouds. Carry on into the breeze. How must I wait for you? How must I wait for you? Pastel pink between two teeth, I've come to understand. The only way now is to suffer by your hand. Carry on this way alone. Carry on, you hopeful souls. Carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on.
Lonely Nights?
Lonely Nights. I want to ask Lauren to play one of my favorite tunes. Either one of two.
I have choices.
Yeah.
Okay. All of my songs are melancholy.
It's one of the ones I was going to ask for.
I've had one Catila.
Yeah, I would have thought ahead. We didn't make any CDs or anything like that, but we do have some stuff online.
2 tapes.
Oh, yeah, a couple of cassette tapes that we happen to find. So.
And like that's it.
So we spend time at cowboy poetry gatherings, but there's also a lot of time spent in ghost towns. And so this song was written after a moment where I made some rather profound eye contact with a coyote. And a phone call came in, and a song was waiting. Whenever your fingers twitch in sleep, words that are loud with that one whiskey over the tipping point. The phone was dialed, I answered in a ghost town graveyard. Desert wind and your voice, do you know how lucky we are? One coyote chose to greet me at the gate. In his nostrils flared the scent of sand and sage. An urge to follow him over the hills and through the brush. Dissolving into his dusty camouflage. Until the murmur through the phone line asks, when will we ever find our peace? See that man sitting on the hillside, the one they call the Rain King. Past the white and tarnished cross, I'll follow the one they call the Rain King, the man time's forgotten and lost. find myself lost between the wishes and the deeds. Paths that don't fade when the day breaks. Paths that I'll follow into the night. See that man sitting on the hillside, the one they call the Rain King. Past the white and tarnished cross, I'll follow the one they call the Rain King, the man time's forgotten and lost, the man time's forgotten and lost.
I haven't played my mandolin part for a while, so it took me a minute. All right, cool. Wow. So there you go, Lauren Napier over here, playing in Ann Arbor. Have you played in Ann Arbor before? No, I mean, you know. You haven't. Back when we used to play in, we played in the grog shop in the old grog shop in Cleveland, right?
All right.
And I think it was this guy, I think it was Damon actually, that came up and said, "Man, you gotta get to Ann Arbor. You guys gotta play this place called the Blind Pig." And I was like, I think I've heard of that place, but. And now, if you told the Slackers to try to count how many times we played at the Blind Pig or in Ann Arbor, I mean, geez, we'd be hard pressed to count, ever. So I'll play you a Slackers tune. If I could just keep my head up like the trees down on Henderson Swamp, make another day, that'll be okay, and I won't just die another chump. My head's been wet with envy, feet's been tied with sin. Sweet smell of death is upon my breath. For every stroke I swim, my history forgets me. Gonna find my next of kin. 'Cause I fear it's true, you're headed hang too. If you knew all the trouble I was in. If I could just keep my head up like the trees down on Henderson Swamp, make another day, that'll be okay, and I won't just die another chump. The pennies they've left my pockets, my guitar gently weeps, along with the ladies that I left behind, and now line the old back streets. Well, the captain calls confusion, and the water come rushing on in. I look to heaven and ask it, Phil, please Lord, tell me, how did I get here? He said, young man, you had to be angry. Young man, you had to be free. Your sounds correct, and I hope that you're happy, sinking on deep into the sea. But if I could just keep my head up, if I could just keep my head up, I said, if I could just keep my head up, Lord, like the trees down down on Henderson Swamp. If I could just keep my head up, if I could just keep my head up, Lord, like the trees down on Henderson Swamp. I forgot. I was reminded today that this is swampy over here. I forget that it's swampy over here. That we're around the lakes. Yeah. It's marsh? Yeah, that's right. 24 hours? Yeah, sure. That's right, actually. Swamp. So the thing that's poetic about swamps, I should have said it before the song, but the thing that's poetic about swamps is that swamps is water with trees coming out of it. And you say, how the hell did the trees grow out of the water? And that's the poetic beauty of the swamp. Is that you say, oh my God, like, wow, those trees, they really mean it. Like, that seems impossible. It seems impossible. You know, and then when you're in a ska band for 30 years, you go, holy shit, like, wow, it really makes sense. Anything is possible. You know what I mean? Yeah, up against it, up against it. We talked about walking into the cave of the unknown. And you know what I mean? It's really like the cave, the entrance to inner earth. Looking deep into the abyss, that's what I do. That's what I do every day. I go, oh look, there's Interstate 80. Let's drive the whole thing. Yeah. We'll drive it, and then we'll turn around. We'll drive back. What do you want to take? What do you want to take back? I don't know. Just pick a highway. We'll take the 15. We'll take the 15 to the 10. How about that? The 15 to the 10. Pick one of those weird highways that goes up through the Midwest, like 81 or something like that. You know, 65. I don't know. Things that, you know, roads we never heard of. 75. What's the one? The one that goes between Chicago and St. Louis, I think, is the 65. I think. Yeah. It's these. You don't even. No. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. You know what I mean? Maybe Claire knows. You know those highways, do you?
No, he made us.
Yeah.
He made us. No, it's not.
Oh yeah, that's right. Pete knows. All right, this one goes out, yes, to the man who made it all possible today, the great Scarboni. He wants to hear 20 Flight Rock. I will sing 20 Flight Rock. Well, I know a girl with a record machine. When it comes to rockin', she's a queen. I call up on a Friday night. I go over and she hold me tight. But she lives on the 20th floor uptown. The elevator is broken down. And I'm walking 1, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 8, 5 more. On the 10th, starting to drag. 15th floor and I'm ready to say, get to the top, babe, I'm too tired to rock. Well, she called me up on the telephone and she said, come on over, Vic, I'm all alone. I said, yeah, that sounds mighty sweet, but I'm in bed with aching feet. I held out for a couple of days, but I just couldn't stay away. Man, I'm a walking 1, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 8, 5 more. On the 10th, starting to drag. 15th floor, and I'm ready to sag. Get to the top, babe, I'm too tired to rock. I tried. Well, they sent to Chicago for repair. Till then, I'm taking the stairs. Oh man, I hope it don't come too late. Don't want my baby to have to wait. All the climbing's getting me down. I found my corpse draped over a rail. Cause I was walking 1, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 8, 5 more. On the 10, start to jag. 15th floor, I'm ready to sag. I get to the top, baby, I'm too tired to rock. I said I get to the top, baby, I'm too tired to rock. You know I get to the top, baby, I'm too tired to rock. I'm lucky. I'm lucky in the Bronx. I only live on the 6th floor, so it's not so bad. I thought about it. You know, it's these top floor apartments that are pretty good because it's difficult enough. You know, you have enough time for the zombies to like, you know, you could distract them with other floors. You'd be like, look, lots of brains over there, you know, and you could be busy like building a wall, like, you know, like, okay, quick, we need more mortar, build more, we need another brick, you know, like that, you know. Meanwhile, they've eaten all of the 4th floor, hurry up, you know, bring the water, you know, and things like that. But then it's still like not that, you know. Like 6th floor, it's just past what you can walk up, you know. It's like 7th floor. I lived in a 7th floor walk up in New York one time. It's not supposed to be legal, but it got through on a loophole. Yeah, it's true. So there's very few. They're supposed to have elevators in them, but the elevators are permanently broken. You know, so it's like, okay, 7th floor walk up, you know. I remember doing that move. That sucked. You know, that was, I mean, I was strong. I was strong for it. You know, a couple days later, I was like, yeah. That was great, you know? But like the day, most of the day is walking up after work and stuff. It's bad, you know. You're like, man, I'm covered in manure, you know. Walking up 7 flights of stairs, you know what I mean? Because I used to work for the parks. They used to have me spread manure in the parks, powdered manure, so it got all over you, you know. I'd be taking the bus home, and people would be like giving me money. I was like, this is a big deal. I was like, you know, they're like, oh, you poor thing, you know. I'd be like, it's okay, I worked today, actually. It was just work, you know. They're like, oh, the poor boy, he smells like total shit. It smells like a whole piece of shit right there on the bus, you know. I'm like, it is shit. It is shit, actually. It's powdered shit. I get paid for spreading it around. Not on the bus, though. Not on the bus. I've never told that story to many people. That's not one of those stories that comes up too often. I don't even know how it came up just now. Except that my cat thought that my pile of clothes was the litter box. So then I went to go do my laundry. Yeah, I know, that is the noise. It was disappointing, I agree. It was bad enough having to wash manure off your clothes. Now I got big clumps of cat shit in there. It was tough. It was tough. My roommate did not go for it. He was very upset. He was like, that's it. You've got to get your shit together or move out, you know? Luckily, we got evicted soon after. We never had to get to that. We had to blame it on somebody else. All right. I don't mean to do this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the comedy routine. It's not on purpose. It's wrong. It's really an accident. Yeah. What are those? Like, is those beers?
Yeah, take one.
Yeah?
I'll bring one to you.
Is that a beer in a white can that unlabeled? That's attractive. That's attractive. I'm like, wow, that's an
See the orange hair back there? That's coconut something.
Coconut something.
What is it? What do you call it, Napier?
I like coconut milk. I'll try it. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. You know who would love this is Marcus.
We got more. If you like it.
All right, who made it? With the orange hair? Yeah, it's pretty damn good. Yeah. People sell stuff like this for a lot of money that tastes a lot worse. Let me tell you. And I really like the unmarked white can that gives me faith in what I'm drinking. All right, what should I play? What do I play next?
Onion sandwich.
Onion sandwich. All right, you got it. I'm Mr. Onion Sandwich. They call me Onion Sandwich. I'm Mr. Onion Sandwich. I'll be your best friend. Huh? I'm Mr. Onion Sandwich. God will bless the onion sandwich. I'm Mr. Onion Sandwich with you till the end. Hey! Onion. You take a big Vidalia onion, preferably. You chop it sideways, so it's big and fat. Ha! Then you take a piece of bread. Maybe nowadays a gluten-free piece of bread. Oh, delicious. Delicious with some mustard. Oh, I'm Mr. Onion Sandwich. I like an onion sandwich. Give me an onion sandwich. I'll be your best friend. Yeah. I'm Mr. Onion Sandwich. God protects the onion sandwich. I'm Mr. Onion Sandwich with you till the end. Yeah. The onion sandwich stays with you for a long time because everybody you talk to after that says, "Good God, what did you eat, an onion sandwich?" And you say, "Oh yes." No one understands an onion sandwich quite like I do. Delicious. Oh, Mr. Onion Sandwich. That's good. One time I credited that to Tom Waits, right? Just for fun, right? Obviously. And somebody came up after the show, you know, like it was someplace like Long Island or something. They were like, "Man, I really dug that Tom Waits song you did. I've been waiting for somebody to do that one." I was like, "Damn right you have. I have been too." If you ever hear Tom Waits doing that song, you know it was me. All right, so I've always been partial to these tunes where I can just kind of go off and explain things that don't normally get talked about. You know, and maybe it is time to tell a little bit of the truth. There are many, pardon me, the truth. That was that coconut beer. It's got a lot of power. Yeah, please. Now, if you try to put some order into the universe, you look up into that night sky and you say, "How do I make sense out of this?" Well, it might be the same thing that happens when you go to the supermarket and you say, "Why, look at all these things all over the place. Look at the produce counter. How do I make sense of this?" Well, let me tell you, there is truth, and truth runs deep. And there is an order to the universe. And when you go to the supermarket, I want you to remember one thing, and only one, when you get confused. Only one. It is that garlic. Garlic is the sun. That's right. You can see how I thought of this after onion sandwich, right? That's right. When you look up into that night sky, it'll help you figure out what you go buy at the supermarket the next day when you're hungry and you need to cook. Think about Mars. Mars, that red planet in the sky that just sits there so bright, and see it as a delicious tomato. And you say, "Yes, you are important, tomato, but you're not as important as the thing that you revolve around. Without something to revolve around, without some gravity to keep us together, to unite us all, what are we? And that uniting force is garlic. And that is why in the solar system of delicious taste buds, garlic is the sun. Garlic is the sun. I thought to myself yesterday as I was eating hummus, I thought maybe Venus could be a chickpea. You know, it's important. It's important. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, very much like I see Mercury as a Brussels sprout. You know, Brussels sprouts, greens, collard greens, spinach. Ah, yes, there you go, Mercury. I see you. You are there, going around and around and around. But what are you going around? What makes you so delicious, you green things? It is garlic. Garlic is the sun. And I say, well, you're all important out there, all you planets. You're all important. Saturn out there. Saturn's like a big potato. What else could make those rings around it except the cosmic potato peeler, right? It's true. And potatoes are super important. And then Saturn's a big planet. A lot happens around Saturn. Saturn's got moons. It's got like little moons, like little red potato moons, little yellow white potato moons. But it ain't garlic. There's only one. And garlic is the sun. So delicious. As we know, dissolved in the olive oil. The Milky Way is not milk, it's olive oil. It makes sense, doesn't it? Those shooting stars are little rice vermicelli. Oh. The asteroid belt, meatballs, cauliflower, whatever you want it to be. It's all better with garlic. They said the moon was made of cheese. You know, it was from this song that I understood why the moon is made of cheese, because sometimes there's a little bit of it, and sometimes there's a lot of it. Depends on the day. Sometimes you just need a little dusting of cheese. Sometimes you just want it all. Sometimes it's just straight up cheese for dinner. That's it. But it ain't garlic. Garlic is this. Wait, I'm stuttering. I can't get it out. Hold on. Garlic. Garlic is the sun. And what about Jupiter? Back to the onion sandwich. Jupiter is like, to me, is a big onion out there. It's very important. Onions, you can almost get away with onions. I mean, you can kind of get away with onions if you don't have any garlic. And same thing, they have a little solar system around them. They have scallions, they have shallots. Those are the moons. Those are the moons of Jupiter. Scallots, scallions, shallots, green onions, right? All those great things. I could live on Jupiter, you know. Jupiter, I just orbit around Jupiter for a while. It's cool. Then I go further out. Neptune. Neptune is that can of sardines. That can of sardines in the van, that is sustenance. Pluto. Pluto is a pickle. Pluto, we're not quite sure of pickles. We don't know if pickles are food, but we know that they're full of great probiotics. So they are very important. Is it a food? Is it a condiment? I don't know. Is Pluto a planet or not? They don't know. They're arguing about it, actually, at the moment. But it ain't garlic. That's right, people. There's only one. You know the truth. Cooking is fun. And garlic is the sun. Delicious. Delicious.
This is why I'm fat.
This is why I'm...
Oh yeah, this is why I'm fat.
I wish I could play that one. Happy's got to sing that one. Yeah, that's right. I even have some Sick and Mad tapes in here. I don't know if anybody's a fan of the band that started the Slackers. The band where I met Marcus. Aura played in the band before he was in the Slackers. It's called Sick and Mad. It's a really strange band, I have to admit. And I can't believe that we still make recordings, but it does happen still. And there's a couple of cassettes in the box there.
Policeman.
All right, Policeman. All right, all you guys out there, are you being satisfied? Are you getting the tunes you want to hear?
Yeah.
Yeah? Garlic is the sun is why you guys showed up today, right? I'm pretty sure. wish I'd gotten too old to sing. That didn't have anything to do with reality anymore. I wrote this song back in the 90s. I was about 18 years old. New York was exploding with race riots. Al Sharpton was on TV. Hasidic Jews were running over blacks in Crown Heights by accident. Everything was happening. Italians were beating up black kids in Howard Beach. It was a traumatic time. I was like, it's gonna go away and everything's gonna be fine. I was like, the cops are gonna stop shooting people because they're holding wallets and basketballs and cans of soda. It's 2020 and I'm still singing this song, and you know, and everybody just keep on fighting in the blood and lies, the streets, the writing on the walls force me that my TV adores me to let sleep creep in deep in my head. The senator says he's gonna change my world. The horoscope says I should change my girl. And everybody's saying the shit they've been saying for 75 years since the government's playing a lab rat just game with a low class no name to see if the guns work well. I still hoot and holler though for a brand new dollar. So if you won't tell, I won't tell. That my mind's so complex, and I can't put my finger on the trigger to control this stress. I take drugs in the closet while the class is going on, and the girls in the lockers undress. I got my mind wide open and my eyes closed shut when policemen kick me in the head. The police while they defund schools. I said, man, why do we even follow these old rules? Everybody's saying the same old shit, and I never could agree with much of it. They said, raise taxes, lower taxes, chop your heads off with axes, and put you in jail behind bars, and walk around with all your scars. And I said, the blacks and whites, they keep on fighting. The blood and lies and streets, the writing on the wall informs me. My iPhone adores me to let sleep creep in, to let sleep creep in. And everybody's watching the indigo violets and the yellows and blues and greens, and I see it, the things I see. So I've been compressed into a little computer silicone chip version of myself. They know about me up in the satellites, and I'm just looking up at the stars at night, and I'm just trying to do right. And everybody just keep on fighting. The blood does line the streets, and the writing on the wall informs me. My iPhone endorsed me to let sleep creep in deep in my head. The senator says he changed my world, he did. The horoscope says I should change. And everybody's saying the shit they've been saying for 150 years since the government's playing a lab rat chess game on American no names to see if the guns work well. I'll still hoot and holler, baby, for a brand new dollar. So if you won't tell, I won't tell. That my mind's so complex, and I just can't put my finger on the trigger to control the stress. I take drugs in the closet while the class is going on, and the girls in the lockers undress. I got my mind wide open and my eyes closed shut when policemen kick me in the head. I got my mind wide open and my eyes closed shut when policemen kick me in the head.
Hey! I love
Oh, look, the sun came out for that one. Well, what can I say? I played that one with you guys too, didn't I? Yeah. Oh, well, good. You know, it's nice to see. We got to remind ourselves that we are the good people of the world, and that there's good people in the world. Most of the houses in America contain people that are, in fact, good people. It's not just Trump signs out there. There are actually people out there. That's right. We're here. We're thinking. We're feeling. You know, you get people make eye contact with each other and realize each other are humans. And most of the time, we actually act nice to each other. So, like, let's try to remember that, because I try to remember that. There's a song I want to sing. I'm trying to think of it. What is it? This is in my head. This one is a song I heard first by the MC5, actually. Even though it's a Van Morrison song, I'm gonna do this one like an MC5. I can't give you more than what I got. How can I give you what I have not? Give your love when the sun goes down. Yeah, I give you heat when the leaves go brown. Cause I try and I try. Yeah, you know I can only give you everything. What can I give you so you understand? Can't you see that I am just one man? Please, please don't leave me here in this world alone. I'll be just like a child if I'm on my own. 'Cause I try and I try. If I was like, special guest Wayne Kramer. Yeah, I wish it ain't gonna happen. What can I tell you so you understand? Can't you see that I am just one man? I said, please, please, baby, please don't leave me here in this world all alone. I'll be just like a child if I'm on my own. 'Cause I try and I try. Baby, you know I can only give you everything. Give you everything. You know I try. Try. Give you everything. Everything. You know, many years ago, I sang reggae version of Iggy on some record. It was something weird. Yeah, we did like 1969 or something. But we did like a reggae version. It was pretty cool. Who's the one? Somebody. I was hanging out one time, and somebody brought me a high school yearbook of their mom who had gone to school with Iggy. Yeah, and they had like the yearbook, the one you've seen in the pictures where it's like the iguanas being a high school band. It's pretty cool. Alright, I need to play something relaxing because that was energetic. Oh, I'll sing it this way. I said, oh, I miss the sweet comforts of home. Won't you tell me, people, where do I come from? Oh, I miss the place where I belong. Oh, I miss the sweet comforts of home. Oh, I miss the sweet comforts of home. Put my favorite station on the radio. Ask me some direction, well, I could tell you where to go. Oh, I miss the sweet comforts of home. Papa died and I ain't got no land. All those years you told me, you know I never did understand. Oh, Papa died, I ain't got no land. Said, oh, I miss the sweet comforts of home. Oh, I miss the sweet comforts of home. You know how I miss the sweet comforts of home. And so some folks in the back, Claire, tell me something to play. You always have things to tell me to do. You always got requests. Well, think of one.
Mean and Nasty.
Mean and Nasty, all right.
And it's Route 66.
And what?
It's Route 66.
It is?
Yeah, between Chicago and St. Louis.
I was born a loser. How's it going? I'll get your kicks on Route 66. All right. I was born a loser, far as I can tell. And I was born a loser, I admit that pretty well. But I'm the least in obstruction as I'm ringing on your bell. During the lights on Saturday night, well, be good to me. Far as I could see, you can never know where we might be down the road. I remember, yes I will remember just how mean and nasty you were. And I may not amount to nothing you would like to know. I may like to count the fingers wrapped around my throat. And I may have an ace hiding up my sleeve. Out of the lights on Saturday night, well, be good to me. Far as I could see, you can never know where we might be down the road. And I remember, yes I will remember just how mean and nasty you were. watch me fall on down the crooked stairs that I received from you and your friends. Back at the house, staring like some elephant who sees a mouse pulling on that guillotine string. You and I went places I did not expect to go. You had shown faces I did not expect I'd know. You threw me in traffic that was anything but slow. Now that the lights on Saturday night will be good to me, far as I could see. You can never know where we might be down the road. And I remember, yes I will remember. Oh, how mean and nasty you. You know I remember. Oh yes I remember. I said I will remember just how mean and nasty you were with your tweets. Cha cha cha. What do we got here? What is this stuff?
2 gingers whiskey.
You're welcome.
It is whiskey. It's delicious. Thank you. Thank
Whiskey
you.
still.
All right, good idea. Oh. I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch the Dukes of Hazzard. And I think that when as I grew up, I was like, oh, I start to get what they're talking about, those guys. The reason they need a fast car is because they're bootleggers. Uncle Jesse's making liquor, and they're trying to run away from the cops. They never really explained that in the show too much, did they? Or maybe I was just too young to get it. So I wrote this tune when I think when I started to understand that, I wrote this tune and I thought, wow, that's really crazy. But I never thought that it was a song that I related to very much. Except for the fact that I'm kind of a defiant person. I like my freedom to do what the hell I want. These days I'm kind of feeling this song a little bit more than I used to. So here we go. If you take my milk and my whiskey still down by the corner of Common Hill Junction, well, you might as well kill me, 'cause I won't have no food and no whiskey.
That'll be interesting. Shooting at 65.
See, I took my licks, but you broke my bricks. And now I haven't nothing left to build with. If you take any more, my pride may hit the floor, and I'll be forced to use the anger that I'm filled with. Tell me, do you want me? Lord, do you want me? Tell me, do you want me to break? 'Cause I take on all I can from you, and you're taking just about all that you can take. See, you schooled my daughter, and you ruined my water with poison that takes poison to remove it. If you take any more, I'll see you at your door. I said, I'm begging you, please don't make me do it. Do you want me? Lord, do you want me? Tell me, do you want me to break? 'Cause I take on all I can from you, and you're taking just about all that you can take. This bomb that I keep on the farm, that I have saved in case of insurrection. Oh no, I know it's no solution, but I hope it loosen up your mind for just a little introspection. Now tell me, do you want me? Lord, do you want me? Tell me, do you want me to break? 'Cause I take on all I can from you, and you know you taking all that you can take. If you take my milk and my whiskey still, come up and sing another tune. This is good. I haven't played a gig like this for a little while. This is really cool. We haven't learned Lonely Nights. It seemed too easy. It seemed like a no-brainer. We were like, come on, let's play all sorts of other weird tunes.
Dog on the loose. We catch her.
He's over there. I can't see.
He's some kind of like shepherd mud.
All right, so we're trying to figure out what couple of tunes we still know together. We got a good list, but I think this one we're gonna do here. This is a Stones tune. You know, and when we thought of playing it, I was like, man, I never realized how much of a favorite tune it is.
Come on.
When you're sitting there in your silk upholstered chair, talking to some rich folk that you know,
Well, I hope you don't mind me my ragged company. 'Cause you know I can never be alone. Take me down, little Susie, take me down. I know you think you're the queen of the underground, and you can send me dead flowers every morning, and you can send me dead flowers by the mail, and you can send me dead flowers to my wedding. And I won't forget to put roses on your grave. I'll be in my basement room, can of smoked oysters and a plastic spoon, and another girl to chase these blues away. Take me down, little Susie, take me down. I know you think you're the queen of the underground, and you can send me dead flowers every morning, and you can send me dead flowers by the mail, and you can send me dead flowers to my wedding. And I won't forget to put roses on your grave. No, I won't forget to put roses on your grave. Yeah, sometimes you sing somebody else's song and you're like, man, that really suits me. Has anybody read the Keith Richards book? Anybody? I gotta say, that Keith Richards book, I wasn't interested in the beginning. You know, it's like, oh, you know, I'm Keith Richards. I was born, my grandfather was this, da-da-da, school. But once I got to the once I got to like maybe Let It Bleed, it was like, once it was like, wow, then it was like super interesting. Then it was like, whoa, Let It Bleed. Then it was like, Brian Jones is dying. Then it was like, oh my God, they're making Exile on Main Street. That section of the book was amazing. Then I kind of stopped when it got to Tattoo You, I think, and then I was like, okay, cool, I'm out. I got what I wanted. That's my suggestion, how to read the Keith Richards book. And listen to the Stones records as you go.
I knew a man, one arm black with ink, gun always under his bed and a feline by his side. His grin was ever charming, when his words ever grey. The night he was there, it was just a day too late. Don't say I didn't warn ya, I'm not to blame. I've learned a time or two after they whispered my name. I knew a man who lived by the seaside, believed in sex for money and not wounding his pride. Tell you that he loves you, next day he'll ride away, not worrying for tomorrow, for his sins are today. Don't say I didn't warn ya, I'm not to blame. I've learned a time or two after they whispered my name. I knew a man with a tiger down his back, never chose the path in the fire, still sifting through the ash. Skin could spark fires and his hands did calm souls, but he lied about his age and the past he forgave. Don't say I didn't warn ya, I'm not to blame. I've learned a time or two after they whispered my name. After they whispered my name.
Full circle. Hello.
Are you the money runner? Will you run some money up there for me?
All the money's. I'll run money up there for you for sure, girl. You still have your docs?
All right, we're gonna play this one here. Take a break, come back, maybe play some more, see what happens. I know it's been like 2 hours, bro, or something, right? I don't know. Has it? It's crazy.
Over.
It's crazy. We're gonna play another one, take a break, and then if you guys have a burning desire, yes, we'll play more. It's always funny because I'll play for like 2 hours and I think I played 5 songs. People say like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you played, these 30 songs," and I'm like, "Really? That happens?" All right. This one is a favorite of the band.
Yeah, a little.
Thank you. Even if you got like a few bucks, anything helps. They came from New York.
Oh, my Venmo is Vic-Slacker-Ruggiero. So you just got to know how to spell my last name. To let you know a hint, it's Ruggiero. That's how they say it. When they try to really pronounce it right, they go, Victor Ruggiero? Is that right? And they go, yeah, that's right. That's not how I would say it, but that is how it's spelled. Ruggiero. Yeah. R-U-G-G-I-E-R-O. Ruggiero. Yeah. Go figure.
took a wrong turn and I just kept going. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Lay down your money and you play your part. Everybody's got a hungry heart.
I think I met her in an Ypsilanti bar. We fell in love, I knew it had to end. Took what we had and we tore it apart. Now here I am in Ann Arbor again. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Lay down your money and you play your part. Everybody's got a hungry heart. I think it was a show that Damon booked. It was at the Elbow Room. I don't even remember what happened. All I knew is I woke up in my van with a headache. Parked outside of Tony Scarboni's place. And I was hungry. So we went to the Coney Island down the block, and what was that one called? The what? What is it? Abe's? Yeah, it was a good one. It had like a American Eagle on the front. Good greasy eggs. Any time of day.
Everybody needs a place to rest. Everybody wants to have a home. Don't make no difference what nobody says. Ain't nobody wanna be alone. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Lay down your money and you play your part. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Hungry heart.
Everybody's got a hungry heart. Lay down your money and you play your part.
Everybody's got a hungry heart.
All right, official break starts now. Bam.